Okay. Go, go, go!
Help me! Help me!
Okay. On a bright sunny day, the construction site was bustling with activity. Benny and Rusty were doing their usual work, moving dirt and mixing cement. But something new caught their attention. Benny had always admired Daisy's elegance. He admired the way she moved with such grace and precision. Today, though, he felt like it was the right time to approach her and offer his help. But before Benny could make his move, Rusty, always the eager one, zipped ahead, thinking he could impress Daisy by helping her first. Benny watched as Rusty took over, his hopes dashed. He was stuck in the background, silently wishing he could have been the one to help Daisy. But then Benny realized that sometimes it wasn't about being first. It was about teamwork and helping each other out when it really mattered. In that moment, Benny learned that it wasn't about competing for Daisy's attention. It was about being there for her and showing his strength when she needed it most. And so, Benny realized that sometimes helping others was the greatest way to show you care. With teamwork and trust, the construction site was a place where everyone could shine. Benny and Rusty are longtime best friends, always working together. But one day, when Daisy, the beautiful and charming crane, arrives at the construction site, things start to change. Daisy quickly captures Rusty's attention, leaving Benny feeling abandoned and hurt. Benny watches as Rusty and Daisy chat, his face showing deep concern and sadness. Benny feels abandoned, standing alone, while Rusty and Daisy are happily talking to each other. Benny uses his blade to lightly push against the ground, creating scratches, reflecting his frustrated and sad mood. Benny sees Rusty and Daisy working together, both smiling brightly. Determined to do something, Benny starts using his blade to push against a part of the construction that Rusty and Daisy are working on. Benny's blade hits the concrete blocks, creating large cracks and disrupting their work. Daisy and Rusty see Benny sabotaging their work. Daisy begins to show dissatisfaction and asks Benny to stop. Rusty, confused, stands between the two vehicles. Benny feels a little guilty, but still tries to stay determined. In the end, Benny realizes that he can't stop the relationship between Rusty and Daisy. He smiles sadly, but no longer feels angry. The three of them work together to finish the construction.
Benny, the bulldozer, is busy driving across the construction site, hauling a load of sand. Rusty, the cement mixer, starts his work, mixing concrete with precision in his rotating drum. Nearby, Daisy, the crane, gets ready to lift steel piles. She checks the load, adjusts her crane arm, and prepares for the heavy lifting ahead. The site is filled with the energy of a productive morning, each vehicle focused on their tasks. Suddenly, one side of the crane's cable snaps, causing all the steel piles to fall. The piles drop freely from the height, and Daisy is unable to react in time. The piles crash down with a loud noise, and one of them lands on Rusty, trapping the cement mixer underneath the heavy piles. Benny, who is nearby, quickly turns and rushes to help Rusty, while Daisy stands frozen, horrified as she realizes the situation.
Benny quickly drives towards Rusty, lifting the pipe off him using his bulldozer arm. Daisy lowers her crane arm, slowly, carefully removing the steel pipe from above Rusty's body. Rusty, still dazed but unharmed, is freed from the situation. Benny and Daisy exchange a brief glance, relieved that Rusty is okay. Boss drives his truck across the site, hauling a container. As he passes by, he spots the commotion and sees Rusty lying on the ground. Realizing Rusty is hurt, he looks around for help. He calls Daisy over to assist, gesturing towards the container. Daisy approaches the truck, nodding in understanding, and begins preparing to help. Daisy uses her crane to carefully lift the container off Boss's truck, clearing the way. Daisy continues to work quickly and efficiently, lowering the container slowly to the ground. The moment is full of urgency, yet calm, as both vehicles work to ensure the safety of their friend. Benny is working hard to push Rusty onto the loading platform that Boss is pulling. The ground is uneven, and Benny uses all his strength to help Rusty onto the platform. Finally, with a little extra effort, Rusty is securely loaded onto the platform. Boss watches, ready to take Rusty to the repair shop. Daisy felt sad and guilty for causing the accident. Daisy was still feeling sad for hurting someone. Suddenly, Benny saw something that made him happy and approached. It turned out, Rusty drives back onto the construction site, fully repaired and ready to get back to work. The entire crew works together in harmony, each vehicle focused on their tasks. The site buzzes with energy as the vehicles continue their work, signaling that everything is back to normal and the job is well